So as you're working on this, something to notice, on the left here it says keywords and imagery, and that really should say images, so, be aware. Each section is going to have a different topic, and that's what you'll be speaking on for that little moment in your presentation to your parents, so have that in mind. Our first topic is going to be a book or a text, and I really want you to choose something that you've enjoyed reading this year. So you'll notice I've listed a lot of different ideas here. We all read The Pearl, we all read The First Day, the short story about the mom and the daughter going to school, remember that one? We read the poem Knoxville, Tennessee. We read both Dr. King's I Have a Dream and his Letter from Birmingham Jail. Well, portions of Letter from Birmingham Jail. We didn't actually read the whole thing, remember? You've read a bunch of different AR books this year. We all read The Outsiders this summer. We read the poem The Possessive. So choose a text that you really enjoyed. It could be something you read on your own for AR, or it could be something you read with the class. Now once you've chosen, you're going to go ahead and put on there the only keywords that will go on your screen will actually be the title of the work. So I have here, I have a dream in quotation marks, right? And then you'll see it says image, and I've just made a note, picture of Dr. King. I'm not an excellent artist always. I'm not really great at drawing people. I didn't really feel like trying to draw Dr. King there, but I know that's what I want a picture of. So I just made a note to myself so I know what to find. You'll see I wrote a question there at the top. It says, what is your favorite work from this year? And don't forget the why, right? So that can help you get started if you're not sure. You can always start your sentence. My favorite work from this year was, right? Here's my script. Now, I'm going to practice this, and my keywords are going to help me in the image there. But remember, I won't have my script when I'm standing in front of my parents at conferences. So here's what I would say. We've read a number of interesting works in English this year, but my favorite was Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. His words are really powerful, and he uses the tools of rhetoric powerfully. Though that's kind of repetitive. I think I'm going to want to go in there and revise that later. But it's totally okay to go back and revise, right? So I might decide that I want to say beautifully for one of those words. He uses the tools of rhetoric beautifully. That'd be great. It's okay to mess up the first time you write something, as long as you go back and make it better. So the next section, you'll notice it says writing assignment that taught you the most. It does not say favorite writing assignment or writing assignment that made you the most angry, right? What you learned the most from. Now, I have not listed all of the writing assignments we have done this year here, and that's okay. There are other writing assignments that might have taught you a lot. The ones that I came up with off the top of my head were the first day analytical paragraph, where we talked about antithetical character traits, and we talked about citations and all kinds of stuff, right? Then I have my research paper, my argument essay, and my I Have a Dream analytical paragraph. So, just like we said before, I'm just going to slide my paper over real quick. I'll start by having my keywords. And again, the only keywords you should have on your screen are the words that are in that box. And the only words that should be in that box are the title of the work, right? So in this case, the first day analytical paragraph is what I chose to write about. And then for my images, that should say image, not imagery. I'm going to put a picture of a schoolhouse, or maybe two schoolhouses, because that helps me remember what the story was about, right? Which may help me as I'm talking about the assignment we did. And then here in the center, it says, what writing assignment taught you the most this year? If you need to write that question down, then do, okay? The writing assignment that taught me the most this year was the analytical paragraph I wrote about the mom in the short story The First Day. That was pretty simple, just one sentence, right? No big deal. You're just answering that question, and you can even use the question to help you state your answer. Alright, the last section you're going to complete is the writing skills that I learned or improved upon with that assignment. Now I want you to look at what I've written in pink here. I have grammar mechanics, and I list run-on or fragment, a positive phrase, prepositional phrase, adverb clause. I have rhetorical tools, figures of speech, poetic devices, structure, so all the parts of a paragraph and an essay, and citations, right? When we ask what you learned from a piece of writing, I want to know what skills you walked away with. What did you become better at? Or what did you learn that you didn't know before? And you can be really specific, okay? So I have written here rhetorical tools. But there are lots of rhetorical tools. Be specific. What did you learn to use, okay? Again, sliding. Sorry for the wiggle on the film there. There we go. So you'll notice this is kind of my longest section, and it should be, because it's the one that's kind of most important. What is it that I've walked away with from something, okay? On my left, I have my keywords. I made bullets, and all it says is what skills I improved on. Those are the only things by my bullets. You'll see my 3 bullets are citations, antithetical, realized run-ons. Those are like notes for me to help me remember what to tell my parents. So it shouldn't be sentences or even phrases here, just bullets. And then for my image, I'm going to put a picture of me writing, because I'm cool like that. And then my guiding question at the top here, what specific writing skills did you learn or improve upon with that? Oh look, the one before, that assignment, my first day analytical paragraph. So here, the assignment was the first time I really used internal documentation to cite my sources, which we've used ever since. It also was when I realized I wrote a lot of run-on sentences, so I've been working hard to improve on those. Finally, on this assignment we wrote about the mom's antithetical traits, and knowing that word helped me later on when we started studying antithesis and rhetoric. Yay! I'm all done, woohoo! So you'll notice here, my writing's kind of messy. Okay? I didn't scribble things out, but if I messed up, I just crossed them out and wrote above them. That's okay. I ran out of space, so I wrote underneath. That's totally fine, right? Be neat enough that you can read it, because you're going to have to practice it, and your English teacher's going to have to look over it and give you the nod, right? So look down here. You must have this reviewed by your English teacher before creating your Prezi slide. And see how it says English teacher signature right there, yes? Your English teacher has to sign it before you can start your Prezi. You have to turn it into them, okay? So make sure that you make it legible, that it makes sense, that you've answered the questions you need to answer. Do you see this whole empty column over here? Don't write in it. You know why? It's for me, not you. Ha ha ha. Okay? If you have any questions, always you can email or ask in class or come before school or ask in advisory, right? There are lots of options. You'll actually make this presentation in advisory. So right now, you're just planning, okay? Just worry about your plan for the moment. Best of luck.